Baby, if you could, would you go back to the start? Take any fresh steps or watch it all fall apart again. Play another song here, then you can leave.
Life. It's always difficult for people and always difficult to talk about. Well, I've been set a task to talk about my life from start to now, and I'm going to show you what my life was like and how it's led to me being myself. Hope you enjoy this little short video that I've done for you, and here you go.
How it looks, but all that glitters in gold. You gave me magical, I gave you wonderful. Caught that invisible chord on all star you love was understandable. Let's make immeasurable moves to the left or the right, but no essential. 'Cause you gave me magical, I gave you wonderful. Caught that invisible chord on all star you love was understandable. Let's make immeasurable moves to the left or the right, but no essential.
When I was younger, I always used to think I could sing. I never could, really. Always used to be me singing, and I'd be like, yeah, I can do this. I'm definitely going to go on X Factor when I'm older. And I used to like upload it onto YouTube. Let's not go with that. No. I've now put it so you can never see any of my singing videos on YouTube. People used to look at them and laugh, and I'll be like, oh yeah, they're just laughing because I'm so good. Don't know why people would be laughing because you're good, but that wasn't a good time. My family is very confusing. I have a half sister and a half brother, but I like to call them my brother and my sister because it just makes life so much easier. As a young child, about 4 years of age, I got told that the man that brought me up was not actually my dad. This did not change the way I looked at him as a father figure. He'd always be the man that brought me up to be the way I am today. The man who is my dad biologically, he's now married to my mum, and now he's my stepdad. That's a complicated part. So my stepdad is actually my dad. My dad is not actually my dad. My family are a big fan of going abroad. We go to Portugal we used to go to Portugal every year. The first holiday I went on was when I was 9 months old, and my family took me to Portugal. Into places like Greece, Lanzarote, Gran Canaria, and then you have your Wales and your Norfolk. But this year I went away to the US of A, and it was a delight. I'd definitely go there again. Ever since a young age, I've always remembered moving house quite a lot. We've moved house 3 times, and every single time we went from Hawthorne to Burnham to Malden, where we are now. When I was younger, when my parents broke up, we had to move to Burnham. Then after a while we moved to Malden, and as I moved to Malden, I had to move to Malden's primary school, which meant leaving all my friends at my other primary school behind. That was quite far away as a little kid, you know, you always think it's the end of the world, but it's actually not. But I had to move away from all my friends, and it was just a tough time for me. I didn't want to go, but then after a while you start to make new friends at this new school, and it got alright. Photography has to be by far the best hobby I have at the moment. It's been a big part of my life ever since a young age. I've always, in primary school, I went to photography club. This year I have gone further with my photography, tried to build up a photography business of my own. If all goes well, I'm hoping to go on to university to study clinical photography, where is 2 of my best things that I wanted to do from such a young age put into one. In the year of 2008, my nan and granddad passed away. 2 weeks apart. This was a tough year for me, my mum, and most of my family. If you lose one family member, it's hard. But losing two around the same month is even harder. This made me more mature and grown up, going through that at such a young age. But going through that at such a young age wasn't the best. They were my idols, I guess, and I looked up to them. And losing them was just the hardest thing, I guess.